Hey, meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk some mountain weather. We'll look at the weekend and then we'll look into next week. Next week looks much more active across the Intermountain West as a pretty large storm moves into California and then moves into the interior. But right now, this is the view in Colorado. We're in for a very sunny, dry, warm weekend in Colorado, and that's Beaver Creek, blue skies up there right now. All right, looking at the radar and the satellite, you can see there's a lot of activity lined up from the Pacific Northwest. There's another storm out there waiting, and that whole storm track will then bring it into the Pacific Northwest and the West Coast. So this is the future radar and satellite. This is basically today at 5 p.m. Notice the activity hitting the coast. By the time we move into Saturday morning, some of that moves into northern parts of Idaho and western Montana. And the snow levels continue to fall up in the Pacific Northwest because they had been high. Yesterday it was raining at a lot of places, all the way up to like 5, 6, 7,000 feet. Well, now that level is coming down and will continue to come down into the weekend. So between Saturday afternoon, and Sunday morning, here's the view. So the action that's moving into the West Coast and the Pacific Northwest is continuing to send these waves of moisture into the interior. You can see these very light areas of snow that may brush the Tetons. And at times, as we move into Sunday afternoon and Sunday night, some of that may brush the Wasatch. Look at Monday morning at 5. There's a little band along a cold front that may be affecting the Wasatch. And then that's actually going to race into Colorado during the day on Monday. Look at that. By the time we get into Monday afternoon, with wind, some rain and snow depending on the elevation, it'll race through Colorado, but it's minor. All of this is pretty minor until, watch the West Coast. It does look like we're going to get just a little bit of an atmospheric river contribution sometime around Tuesday. And you can see the effect. It looks like heavy snow from Tahoe down, maybe catching Mammoth on the way through as well, but there's precip all the way up through Oregon and Washington. Now, this is the storm to watch for the west. The other was minor for the interior. This one will be better for Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming. Okay, so all of that, by the time we get into Wednesday morning, has moved into the Wasatch, Colorado, Utah, Utah's Wasatch into the Tetons, also up into Sun Valley. This one will have more cold air. It'll have wind energy with it to help to produce some of this snowfall in these areas. So again, that's by Wednesday. That's really the storm to watch. As far as accumulation goes, we'll do this in 2 phases. So accumulation between now and Monday morning. Most of it's in the Pacific Northwest with this parade of storms, 2-3 feet up there. Whistler, Blackcomb, Baker, Rainier, and even some nice snow into the interior from Fernie up towards Revelstoke as well. A little bit of snow in Jackson Hole and the Tetons from these little waves that will crash through those areas. But here comes the main storm that'll hit the West Coast and then move into the interior. Between Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, these are the numbers. So it does look like we'll get some snow into the Sierra, some snow into the Wasatch, and then some snow into Colorado. These numbers are a little bit on the low side. We may have to I may have to bump them up when we get to this point, but this gives you an idea of what to expect between now, the weekend, and into early next week. Thank you for tuning in here. Always appreciate it. Take care.